Hello students, I'm soft skills trainer from Department of Career Planning and Development, Chandigarh University. So students, today we'll be talking about a really important topic, that is your interview questions. And especially in this particular section, we'll be talking about HR round. So we'll first understand what actually HR round is, and then we'll move on to really important HR round questions that are being asked in almost all the HR round. So first, let us understand what HR round is. Generally, HR round is considered to be the last round in the recruitment process, but this ain't the case always. Sometimes some companies might conduct this particular round prior to some technical round. HR round is just as an interaction with the HR of the company. Well, that is the notion that students have, but no, this is not the fact. It is actually a make or break round. See, the thing is, why this round is very important is because all the shortlisted candidates who have cleared the written examination, their GD, the technical round will now be assessed for the final selection. So it is just not a mere round wherein you will be getting your job letter or offer letter. It is actually a round for the final selection, and to take it seriously and important is very, very, very important for you guys. So now what actually HR is looking for during the interview process? Now, number one is your communication skills. Now, students, you need to understand this fact that your HR round is not a round of spoken English. He or she is not there just to check how well you can put your words forward. It's about listening, absorbing, and then answering. So these three parameters will be checked on in the communication skills. So you need to listen to what the HR is saying and then absorb that particular information and then give the desired response. Now, number two is your confidence. Now, what is this particular confidence? See, it's okay to be nervous because you being a fresher, it might be your first interview, but the thing is, you need to chill and relax. Why you need to relax is because the thing is, they have called you, the company has called you for the final round. That means they are interested in you, they want to hire you. Otherwise, they would have eliminated you in the previous rounds, that is your GD or your written examination. But still, they are interested, they want to hire you, and that's why they have called you for the last round for the selection, but not for the elimination. So some basic tips that you can follow is sit straight and keep a comfortable posture, keep your eye contact, keep a pleasant and smiling expression, answer with simple clear words and loud enough for the interviewer to hear. Next is your compatibility with the company. See, when you're going for an interview, you need to read about the company, the job description, what the company does, and all sorts of things, because you need to understand whether you're compatible with the company's job culture, work environment, or the vacancy that is being offered. So similarly, the HR also try and understand whether you are compatible with the company or not. Then is your flexibility. See, you being a fresher, you need to be flexible about working hours and your job locations. And the last is your learnability. Learnability is what? Your ability to learn new things in a really short period of time so that the company can utilize your learnability for some new project. How to prepare for HR round? Number one, know yourself. This is the most important aspect of preparing for the HR round. You need to understand yourself and you need to determine what to present and how to present yourself. You need to prepare your answers well in advance, and those answers should have examples from your real life. You need to talk about your achievements, but not from the school time. You need to talk about your recent achievement, what you have done in the first year, second year, or third year of the college. You need to talk about those achievements. And last, you need to keep your answers relevant. What I mean by relevant is whatever is being asked by the HR, you need to answer that. Please don't digress from the question. Number two, know about the company. I've already described you, I've already told you it's really important for you to read the job description, because the thing is, if you don't know about the company, then how will you answer this particular question when the recruiter will ask you Why should I hire you? Or tell me something about yourself. You need to pitch yourself for such questions, and for that you need to know about the company. And the last is ask question to the HR. But there's a catch in that. At times, students ask question to the HR just for the sake of asking question. You need to understand it ain't this way. If you have a genuine doubt wherein or a genuine question, then go ahead with the question. But if you are just asking for the sake of asking, HR will come to know. So this is the thing. Or you can prepare some question wherein you need to ask the HR, but those questions should not look fake. Okay, so things not to say in the interview. Number one is interrupting the interviewer. Please allow the HR or the interviewer to complete his question. Please don't interrupt him or her when he or she is asking you some question. Being indifferent or showing disrespect, please be humble and respectful during the entire course of the interview. Getting into argument. So HR might ask you some general questions. Just want to know your understanding about an issue. Just don't get into an argument just to prove that yes, you know everything and you know whatever right is. So you don't have to jump into the argument to prove that you are right. Showing overconfidence. See, you need to understand this thing. You need not to be overconfident just because you have cleared written, GD, and technical round. This is the last round. This is the make and break round. Okay, so no need to be overconfident about such things. We'll be talking about important HR questions now. So number one question is, tell me something about yourself or talk about yourself, my dear students. This particular question is being asked, you can say, in almost all the interviews. In all the interviews. Why this is an important question? Because while answering this particular question, you actually pitch yourself, you actually pitch who you are and why you should be hired, who you as a person is, what's your values, what your strength, how have you achieved, how have you grown over the years. So this particular question is really important. Well, this particular question has three elements to it. Number one, who you are, your accomplishments, and how you are fit for this job. So you need to throw some light on these three elements, and yes, your answer will be close to perfect or perfect. We cannot say this is a perfect answer, but yes, it would be an acceptable answer to the recruiter. I have a sample answer for you. So the sample answer goes like this. Good morning. I'm Akshay. I'm a mechanical engineering graduate from Chandigarh University with an overall CGPA 7. I am from historical city in present national capital, Delhi. I would describe myself as someone who is versatile and determined, and someone who loves learning. I'm open-minded and easygoing. Moreover, I love enjoying working with others. During my engineering, these qualities have helped me a lot while working on my final year project XYZ. With my team, we ran into a major problem. Our ABC part stopped working before the final submission, and we had to fabricate it overnight with limited resources at our disposal. But we were successful. I will try to use these qualities in my professional life as well. I've also been CR of my class and president of the Cultural Society of the university. When I'm not studying or working on any project, I go on hiking with my friends and learn about new technologies that are making their way into the auto sector. Your company is renowned for being one of the most innovative in this sector, and I believe my skill will come handy for the company. So as you can see, there's very less use of adjectives in this particular sample answer because the candidate has given us a really good example wherein he has highlighted all his skills. He has also talked about his hobbies and interests, and he also actually in the end pitched that why he should be hired. Okay, moving on to the second question. What are your strengths and weakness? So we have some important pointers before we discuss this particular question, because this is again a really important question that is being asked time and again. So by asking this question, the interviewer actually wants to know whether the candidate knows his strength or not, or he or she has the desired focus to accomplish the task assigned to them. The candidate has to include some examples so that it is believable. what are your weaknesses? Important pointer for your weaknesses. Can number one and the most important pointer that I would like to highlight for this particular question is, see, candidate at times end up giving answers like, I'm too perfect, I'm a really workaholic, and all such things. Please do not hide behind your strength and present it as your weakness. It will definitely look fake and not believable. Okay, so candidate should avoid talking about their personality trait based weakness. That, for example, the candidate should not talk about his anger management issues, anxiety issues, and some sort of depression or whatever the thing is. So he should avoid his or her personality based weaknesses. Candidates should think about things in which they are good at. The thing is, in which they are not good at, sorry, in which they are not good at, and mention what steps they are taking to somehow overcome that particular weakness. The thing is, it's fine that you have some sort of a weakness, but it's not fine if you're not working on that particular weakness. A sample answer, I would like to tell you that I'm a quick learner. I can grasp different concepts easily and I work on them to become proficient. While pursuing engineering at CU, I have learned and worked on different technologies. I've learned ABC, XYZ, and PQR, and I've successfully applied them in my projects. I have also learned and worked on software used in electrical field for the successful accomplishment of my major project. I actively seek feedback from my teachers and friends regarding my work. A sample answer for my weakness. Sometimes I find it hard to manage my time and cut too close to the deadline. To overcome this, I have now started using sticky slips that I can stick to my laptop. Also, I have started organizing my calendar so that I can prioritize my work. This has helped me recently to complete my projects and assignment on time. Also, this new habit has helped me improve my score. Now I am in a process to make this new habit a permanent one. So with these two sample answers, you can understand this. For example, this particular sample answer for my weakness, it's a genuine weakness. We all somehow suffer from this kind of a weakness wherein we can't manage our time. And similarly, for this particular sample answer, wherein the candidate has highlighted his skills and how he will be implementing such, how he has implemented his learning ability to learn something that is not from this particular field. Okay, moving on to the third question, where do you see yourself after 5 years? See, the basic purpose of asking this particular question is the recruiter wants to know, what do you have long-term commitment for the company, what kind of a vision you hold for your future, and how, and the last part of this thing is, see, you need not to be overconfident. So it's fine that you're ambitious, but don't end up saying these answers, for example, or replying these answers, for example, like, sir, after 5 years I would like to see myself sitting in your chair. So please avoid such overconfident responses. So simple, company wants to see your long-term commitment, recruiter wants to understand what kind of a vision you have for your future. A sample answer for this would be, in first 2 to 3 years, I see myself becoming a true master and expert in my role as a ABC at PQR. I plan to really immerse myself in the position, understand areas that can be improved, get to know ins and outs of the process, and look for opportunity to make my team and department as efficient as possible. For the next 2 to 3 years, I see myself being a key business partner and liaising with all other teams in the organization. I want to be able to extend my expertise and offer help to other departments using my skills and knowledge gained from my role. So this particular candidate has broken that particular 5 year into two different periods of 2 to 3 years. First, he will understand the job profile, and next, in the next 2 to 3 years, he will try and move to the higher position. Let's have other second sample answer for this particular question. I understand 5 years is a long time. Marketplace is changing very fast. Change is happening all the time, and it is difficult to look 5 years from now. But what I can look for is 2 to 3 years from now for this position I'm being interviewed for. I want to be the best at this job. I want to be an expert at this position and to understand what this position is all about and excel at it. That's what you can count on me. I want to see that I am always an individual contributor to the organization. I want to understand how to be a great manager so that when I get an opportunity to lead a project, I can be brilliant at it. So in the coming years, I want to know this job and excel at the opportunities provided to me. In this sample answer, candidate has answered for the next 2 to 3 years what particular plan he or she is having for the next 2 to 3 years, and that is really immersing himself into the job, understanding ins and out, learning all the nuances of that particular job, and then trying and grabbing the new opportunities. Moving on to the fourth question, talk about your hobbies and interests. Again, a really important one. At times, candidate just mention hobbies and interest for the sake of writing them down. They don't even know that whether they have that hobby or not. So we'll try and understand this thing. See the hobbies. What hobbies are? Hobbies are something that you are actually doing on a regular basis, and interest is something that you are really interested and looking forward to do in the future, or even if you are doing it, you are doing it on a small scale. So I've listed down some hobbies that you can mention in your resume, like artistic activities, community service, cooking or baking, exercising, outdoor activities, playing an instrument, team or individual sports, travel, woodworking, writing, or blogging. So I've taken one example of the most mentioned hobby or interest, that is your traveling. So I broke down this particular traveling hobby into 3 questions so you can understand how to answer this particular question. So my hobby is traveling. Why traveling as a hobby? Improves social and communication skills, ensures peace of mind, creates memory for a lifetime. So I've given you 3 reasons why you have chosen traveling as your hobby, and how this particular hobby has helped you become a better student. So again, I have given you 3 different reasons. Planning skills enhances tolerance for uncertainty, boosts up your confidence. Question number 5, are you willing to sign a bond of employment with our company? See, one major 3 major reasons why this particular question is put up, or why the company actually wants you to sign the bond, is number one, to check if the candidate is desperately in need of the job and will accept anything, to know if the candidate is flexible, and to check if the candidate is ready to give a formal commitment for work. So at times there are no bonds, but still the HR asks this particular question, and at times there are some bonds really there are bonds in reality, and the HR just asks, okay, are you ready to sign the bond? So it's just a way to have a formal commitment for the work. Now you need not to worry about this particular signing a bond, because you being a fresher, you need to at least spend at least 1 or 2 years in a company where you have started to understand your job profile. Only then you can move to a better company with better opportunity. But before making a final decision, you need to read the job description, your profile, the growth opportunities, and all sorts of things. So one sample answer that I have for you is, sir, ma'am, I'm ready to consider signing a bond with your company, but I have few questions, like details of bond and its legal implications, kind of technologies I would work on in this period, and more about this, or more about the role. This would help me take a conscious decision about my future with your company. A simple, short, subtle answer wherein the candidate is actually asking about his about the job role, and the about the bond and its legal implications. Now the next question is, are you willing to relocate? The main purpose of asking this particular question by the hiring manager is to understand whether you are willing to relocate or not, because at times there are certain job areas wherein the candidate needs to work from a different location, and working from home or working remotely is not possible. The candidate has to go to the job location. Number 2, the interviewer may also test your commitment and your enthusiasm for the role of the company, and the role in the company, as well as your flexibility. A sample answer for this will be, I'm interested in the opportunity offered by the company, and I believe that I would be a good fit for this job profile. I would be happy to relocate in order to pursue this career option. Question number 7. Why should I hire you? Why should we take a chance on you? See, this is one of the most important questions that you can say. So again, that is a kind of a pitch that candidates, the interviewer, the recruiter actually wants to know that if you know that what makes you different and what makes you unique and why you are the best candidate from the rest of the candidate, so and what sets you apart from the rest candidates. So hiring manager wants to know what sets you apart from the other candidates. The interviewer is asking to prove you that you are the best candidate. For that, this is really important that the candidate should read the job description very carefully. A sample answer for this would be, I'm a motivated individual and a fast learner, and I am aware about the world of cybersecurity. Moreover, during my engineering, I have worked on several projects related to information and digital security, and my third year project on secure payment system was nominated as one of the most innovative projects in the college, and I believe I'm a great fit for this exciting job. So this particular job is might be for inform for a information and digital security field, and there might be some company related to antivirus. So the candidate has said that he is not new to the world of cybersecurity, and he has actually worked in this particular field, and he already has made a project on secure payment system. That was a really great one, and that's why he thinks he is the best or is the best fit for this particular job. Now moving to the eighth question, would you leave our company for high pay package? Again, a question that puts a lot of candidates into dilemma. One suggestion that I would like to give you guys is, see, the job profile is more important than your salary in the starting of your career, because the thing is, if you do not like the job profile, if you do not like the work that you will be offered in the organization, you will not perform, you will not get the pay raise, you will not grow, and the chances are that you might regret your decision in the later stages of your life. So important for hiring manager to check your loyalty for the company. One simple answer, I'm really interested in the job profile offered by the company, and I've also researched about the growth opportunities with this job profile, with this job. I believe this job profile is the most appropriate option to start my career. To let go of this opportunity for some higher pay package and sacrificing the skills and competencies I would have gained would be a big mistake for me. So the candidate in this particular sample has highlighted that the job profile that is being offered at that particular point of time is more important than few thousand rupees. And in real life too, it is really important to understand your job profile and to go for the job profile in which you are really interested. So again, reading job description, going about the company, reading about the company, its culture becomes really important. Next question is the last question. What do you know about our company? Again, there are candidates who apply like for 50 to 100 odd companies on a daily basis on different websites. But the recruiter actually wants to know if the candidate has understood the job profile or the company or the work culture. That's why this question is deliberately asked by the recruiter. So I just want to check if you have researched about the company or not, you know the job profile or the work culture. So before answering this question, a candidate should know what the company sells, the typical customer, approximate employee, when they were founded, who are some of their biggest competitors, do they have a mission statement. Such question should be answered by the the candidate should know these answers to all these questions. A sample answer for this would be, I have read on your website that your company is one of the world's leading independent cybersecurity companies. Your company is committed to create business and consumer solutions that make the world a safer place. The company is focused on developing solutions for business, orchestrating truly integrated cyber environments where protection, detection, and correction of threats happen simultaneously and collaboratively. So again, the candidate has described what he knows about the company, its kind of a mission statement, and what the future of the company, what company will be doing in the future. So that's all for today's session. So I've covered 9 questions in detail with you guys, and let me tell you, these questions are the ones that are being asked frequently in most of the HR rounds. So I hope you have gained a really good insight by understanding these 9 questions from me. I thank you very much for your time and thank you for being with me. Thank you, my dear students. Thank you very much.